1996 Series 1 with a Series 2 rear. Genuine factory manual Tourer V. Take a look inside. I love a good clean interior. OEM floor mats, still factory steering wheel. Apple CarPlay, obviously the standard. Carbon fibers, looking a bit how you going. Dash cam, GFB boost controller. Brand spanking new R154 gearbox. I mean, you've seen the mod list. No dash lift, everything's mint. It's got a Viper alarm system with immobilizer and remote start, as you just saw before. There's the control module there. Got the nice stripy seats. Oh, let's have a look at the back. Everything works in this car, man. And that's how I like it. I want everything on the car to work. Like, what's the point, man? I don't know why people take aircon out. Why take shortcuts, bro? You live in Australia, man. Like, you need that aircon. It's the point of having that VIP 4-door life if the aircon don't work, you know? So that door closes okay. This door closes a bit funny because see that little plastic thing here? So when you close it, it sounds like, oh, actually it sounded alright. But sometimes when you close it, it makes that sound because this little plastic thing needs to be flipped up. So it's just a little rubber thing that needs to be cut off or trimmed, but it closes fine. As you can see, this thing is absolutely slammed on 18s. MCA blue coilovers included with the sale, but it seems like you want different wheels. But for spec reference, these are 18x10, 18x9, close to +0 offset in the rear. I'll have to double check the front after spaces, what it's like. But if you get 18x9, 18x10, it'll look similar to this with spaces on. Full custom stainless exhaust, which sounds brilliant. Give it a cheeky rev for you, mate. Like, it's loud, but it's not too loud, you know? It's just the right tone, I reckon. And it's full custom, so it's like, it's tucked up. So despite being slammed, like, you've got a lot of clearance down there. Plenty of clearance. While we're under here, 1.5 way Cusco diff with solid inserts, full D-Max adjustable arms in the rear. Everything to get your wheels poking out. Let's look at the front suspension, then get under the hood. So in the front suspension, we've got all adjustables as well. Hella amounts of lock. In fact, if you raise the car a bit, you might even get some more. Kazama, LCAs, MCA blues, Cusco uppers, cheeky little redback spider hiding in there too. What's up? And it's got Black Arts factory knuckles. While we're here, because the front guards have been flared out, it's really hard to keep this front bumper on, so the tabs have snapped off here, but it's held on here by the bolt under here. No problems with it snapping off, it's just that it doesn't have that flush fitment sitting here. And the gangster indicator here is popped off, but the other side is present. Slight little ding here. The headlights could use clearing. I've started buffing this one out, but it's like probably better just to replace the entire lens. Clear indicators at the bottom. Series 1 lip kit all round. JZX100 grille, which has a nice thick bit of chrome up top. Under the hood, 1JZ BBTI. It's from a Chaser, so I wanted to keep everything as easy as possible, so still running the ETCS. Some people with the ETCI from the 110s, and there's a lot of fucking around with the drive-by wire and shit. So much better to put the Chaser motor in, much easier that way. Under the hood, brand new Greddy radiator, brand new Blitz front mount, Pepsi pod filter or K&N. This dose pipe is a custom, gives you that nice flutter. Fucking, that's where it's at, man. That's probably my favorite thing about the car, the dose. As soon as you get a JZ, you gotta have a mad dose on it. The only thing I'd change in the engine bay, probably give it a clean if I were you, or put a pod filter cover, and this battery clamp could be improved, but it sits there okay. It just could need a bit more adjustment here, you know? But yeah, power steering, aircon, everything's Mickey. Brand new alternator, brand new water pump. All the cam seals at the top has been refreshed. Head gasket, yeah, head gasket, BBTI solenoid, all the different seals at the front. New coil packs as well, BKR 7E. The new water tap as well, all that little bits and bobs, fittings, you name it. Everything that could be replaced has been replaced. Only thing that hasn't been done is the rebuild of the engine. But the engine, everything's healthy, you know, JZ's, man, they run like crazy. Still running the factory CT15B turbo, Termate dump pipe leading into the custom exhaust. Everything's nice and happy in here. And I have a theory, the dustier the engine, the less problems it has, because you know, it never needs to be opened up. Touch wood. Moving on to the exterior, Series 1 lip kit, full respray essentially, except for the front doors, which is kind of blended in, which you can't even tell, to be honest. However, these jams were not resprayed. You can see it looks a bit, how you going? And obviously it's missing that chrome strip across, but you can get that from Amazon or eBay quite easily. These rubber flaps go missing. You can take them off, but it just keeps it nice and sealed. That's just OEM spec. Didn't bother respraying them because they're rubber, they're just going to peel off. Now for the rear, let's talk about a bit of history on this car. So when you pop this thing up, this thing jumps up, which is pretty cool. Now, as you know, this car was in a rear ender, but you can't even tell, man. I'm telling you, like, you can't even tell. So let's have a look, have a deep dive of the repairs. So under here, you can't really tell, but here, this rail was what was bent, and that's been straightened out, but she looks Mickey Mouse now. So what happened was, it was rear-ended. I provided the rear beaver cut, but instead of him cutting the whole section off, he just utilized the tail light buckets on the inside here and replaced that along with the beaver tail at the back here that was included. He didn't have to use the entire thing, but I basically gave him like a rear cut, and he used what I needed to use to get it to where it is now. But everything shuts mint. This is a new Series 2 boot lid. I was like, I may as well do the upgrade while I'm at it. But yeah, man, in a nutshell, that is the car. I guess you want to see how this thing drives, so let's take it for a spin. Alrighty, put your seatbelt on, mate. Yeah. Hot, so I'll whack the aircon on. Alrighty. Old mate was just acknowledging the whip. Oh. it up, good to go. First gear. Oh yeah, the camera mount is not working. All the ball joints on the LCA, suspension joints, like they're all pretty much new. Especially like the entire front end of the suspension is new and it just drives so well. Fully aligned up. It's just a can in the back seat. Cheeky bit of tyre shine. Man, this thing snaps necks, bro. I tell ya. So idles, everything fine. That's with the aircon on. She's idling at 1000, aircon off. Everything works fine. Fourth gear now, fifth gear. Cool temps, eats. Yeah, man, that's the car. Got the swinging air vents. Gotta have it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Nah, do or buy, man. It's a great car. I'm sad to see it go, but wanna get my drift car going, the 180. I've been just doing hella track days in that. So if I was to make this car into a drift car, then I'd have to do a bit like raise it up. But it just looks so good at this height, you know. I think it's more suited to more of a cruiser spec for me to get it to where I need to get it. For my drifting, I'd have to do a fair bit, but I've already got a drift car, the 180, so just at that time in life. So any questions, man, feel free to reach out. Hope that was helpful.